Hey everybody, it's your friend Jason Pound here answering the top asked questions by home sellers in today's Oklahoma real estate market. Question we're tackling today: how much does deferred maintenance actually cost me when I'm trying to sell my home? Short answer is about 2 to 5 times what the actual repair cost. However, as usual, let me over explain. It's important when you are going to list a property to be sold that you understand the type of market that you're in. And it is not only good enough to know the statistics, because statistics can be misleading sometimes. And when you look at the statistics, you'll find that homes that don't require price reduction are selling in about 11 days, and homes that do require price reduction are selling in around 100 days. Two completely different markets based on the price and condition of your home. So realize that in the market that we're currently in, homes are being sold, homes are also sitting. What is the deciding factor between those two? It all comes down to price and condition. So realize there's a gap in the market right now between what buyers are expecting and what sellers are expecting, and they're having to negotiate to find that happy point wherever it is. And a true compromise is when both parties are dissatisfied. And if you talk to realtors and title companies right now, that seems to be the case. So when you are selling your home, there is a penalty for poor condition. And poor condition comes from deferred maintenance. The number one thing that you are going to pay for your deferred maintenance is the uncertainty and the risk associated with purchasing that house. When a buyer comes up with an estimate that it's going to cost about $10,000 to get your home up to par where it needs to be, they're not just going to reduce the price that they offer by $10,000, because they are making that calculation based off of only what they can see. They are also not stupid, and they are aware that there are other things that they cannot see. And so they tend to penalize you about 2 to 5 times whatever the estimate is on what actually needs to be done. The second thing that you are paying for is the time involved. Most people, when they buy a house, do not want a sweat equity project. When they buy a sweat equity project, they expect it to be at a good deal. That way, once the work is done, if they were to sell, they would make a profit. They want to be compensated for their time, because they do not get to immediately move into this fresh brand new house that they purchased. Rather, they either have to wait, get the project done, then move in, or they have to move in and then move things around to complete the project. That is horribly time consuming and very stressful. You could actually combine time and stress into the same category. A quick scenario for you. Let's say we're looking at a $350,000 budget, and we have 2 houses to choose from. Home A has fresh paint. It has an A+ HVAC system. Doesn't mean it's brand new. Doesn't mean that it's barely working. It means it is in good working order. It has been properly maintained, and when it is inspected, it will pass with flying colors. Not just that it is currently working and currently keeping your house cool in these 100-degree temperatures. We all know that these temperatures are putting a strain on our units, and there are a lot of units that are going to fall apart 2 or 3 days after closing. They've been held together with duct tape and Band-Aids. Also, this property has newer carpet. It's not brand new carpet, but it hasn't been rode hard and put up wet. This is a desirable home listed for $350,000. Property 2 needs $10,000 in repairs. Let's say it's foundation work. When a buyer is looking at these 2 properties, this one is move-in ready, stress-free, will take no extra time, and there is no uncertainty involved. They have the feel goods, the warm and fuzzies. However, home B, they are assuming that this $10,000 in repairs is not the end of the story. There are additional things that are going to be found with the property in the next 2 to 3 months. If the current owner wasn't scrupulous enough to take care of their own maintenance, how much more hidden maintenance is going to pop up after it's too late to negotiate it? So they are going to add some extra on top of that $10,000. more than likely you're going to get an offer for $320,000 to $330,000. Had you just spent the $10,000 yourself, you would have sold and made a net profit of $340,000. Instead, you go on the market at $350,000. It sits. You finally get a lowball offer of $320,000 to $330,000, more than enough to cover the $10,000 in repairs and enough to make them feel comfortable with giving up the time needed to deal with it, taking on the uncertainty and the stress of dealing with that project. In short, that's the math of deferred maintenance. 2 to 5 times what it will actually cost you. My name is Jason Pound with Jericho Pound Realty Group. We service the entire Oklahoma City metro area, from Guthrie all the way down past Noble, from El Reno all the way past Shawnee. And we have hyper local expertise in South Oklahoma City, Moore, and Norman. If we could ever be of assistance, don't hesitate to reach out. We're here to serve. In the meantime, peace out, have a great life, and as usual, I'm gonna bust through these doors and get back to work. Peace.